Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, is my good friend Rob.
I'm contributing.
Ooh, the enthusiasm level is high today. Woo!
I was trying to think of what to say. And I'm like, you know what?
I contribute.
I'm looking at the notes for this week, and I feel like I'm going to be just kind of here this week based on the news. But you know what?
You know what, man? Me too.
I got dad jokes for days. So
well, that's what we come for, man. So this is episode number 19, and for anyone who is living in Canada and listening and or watching to our show here, has been in a deep freeze this week. I believe there is a day that Alberta was the coldest place in the world last week. So, you know, I've been around a while, Rob, and
it's true.
Wind chills of minus 53 and minus 54. Yeah, you don't see that often. You don't see that often at all. Man, oh man.
No, it's true. It's been chilly. I mean, thankfully we didn't get the 17 feet of snow they got in Newfoundland. But
yeah, you know, just once I'd like to be in that. You know,
would you? Eh?
I would. Honestly, I think it's like, I'm not gonna say it'd be fun, but just to experience it.
Sure. Kind of like in colonoscopy, I guess. Hey, it's well, you can say you experienced it.
At your age, Rob, you should be getting one of those every couple of years. So
every couple of weeks, usually, just to be really sure. So
once again, Rob, you're doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
All right. We have any housekeeping? No, I don't think so. You know, it was a pretty, with it being so cold, it was a pretty slow week, and looks like the news was matching it. First on our list of news here, rumors of 2D Metroid coming this year, and also a new Paper Mario. So the guy who leaked it said that it'd be something based on Metroid Fusion, which was a GBA game.
Yeah.
So you know what? They do a remaster of that and just ship it.
And you would ship it?
I would ship it.
That's what the kids say, right?
Sign me up. Paper Mario, you know what? I played the Paper Mario on the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it, but it was because at the beginning of the Wii cycle there, I wasn't too interested in Zelda for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And there wasn't a whole lot out to get at that time, so I picked up Paper Mario on the Wii, and I put some time into it, but I was really looking more for a regular Mario adventure, not an RPG. So I think I'd like to go back, try it again, knowing what I know now.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be a great game. I'm in the same boat as you. I bounced off it pretty fast because it just wasn't looking at what I was looking for. But
I can platform these levels super easy. Where's the challenge? Yeah. I have to go back through levels again and again. I don't know.
That's not what I do in my Mario.
Not my Mario.
Not my Mario. I didn't vote for that Mario.
All right. Also from the rumor mill this week, a sequel to 1886 The Order is rumored to be coming out on the PS5.
Yeah, I was pretty excited for you when I saw that.
Yeah.
I know you really liked the first one, so.
Yeah, like the game, honestly, though, this is a case of the game was really, really okay.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, it was short. Like, I think I finished it in under 12 hours.
Right.
And, but the world, man, the world and like the Order and their whole like ode to steampunk and Nikola Tesla is your like gadget guy, Like he's the guy creating gadgets where like the world they've created is awesome. And
oh, great.
you know, if they kind of learn from their mistakes and come back with a, you know, God of War level game for the PS5, yep. Buy me a ticket. Sign me up. Because I am into that.
So you're saying you're on Team PlayStation for the next gen then? Is that confirmed? Is that what just happened right there?
Well, I don't know. Is it the one I'm gonna buy first? Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I honestly, you know, even though we do this show and everything, I honestly think I'm going to stick to my trend of not buying the first one that comes out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how well I hold out.
So you'd be waiting for the X or the PlayStation 5 Pro
Series X.
Series X.
Yeah.
Light.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Next on the list here, Rob, something I think everyone should consider. You know, we live in a province where forest fires are a pretty common thing, and we see a lot of destruction from it. I mean, we saw a whole city evacuated a couple of years ago. And, you know, Humble Bundle is offering a bundle right now where 100% of the charity of it goes towards the Australia fire relief. And it's for $25. Well, that's American, so $32 Canadian. You get the list of games you get here is...
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Like, yeah.
I mean, Hollow Knight by itself is worth that money, right?
Yeah, Void Bastards I've heard is amazing. One
game's called Tower of Guns. I mean, how can that not be good?
The Framed Collection. I played that on the Switch, and it is awesome. It's an awesome puzzle. Like, you know, it goes into that whole category of me loving puzzle games that are not your typical, like, Tetris block falling, even though I love Tetris too. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. That Machinarium too is it's like an old Sierra kind of game where you're just walking around trying to figure out stuff, and I always meant to keep playing it, and then I get excited by something shiny and forget about it. But
Death Squared, that's another popular one.
Right. I was more a fan of the Death Cubed sequel.
Yeah,
that's a math joke. That's a math joke.
All right. Anyways, people, all 5 of our listeners, watchers, consider picking up this Humble Bundle.
Absolutely. Great guys, right?
I'm committing to doing that right now. I'm going to pick up that Humble Bundle and add all these games to my Steam library. And then you know what I'm going to do, Rob?
Not play them.
I'm never going to play them.
Yep.
But they're going to be in my library, and I can look at them.
And someday you'll be like, I could play that game.
Someday I may feel like playing what's this one called? Paper Bark.
Right.
It looks like you're a beaver.
So how more Canadian can you get?
But yeah, Australian wildfires, big deal. This is the way you can help. And you keep your gaming cred.
There you go.
So, arguably the biggest news this week, Rob, arguably, was that Cyberpunk 2077
Yep.
Delayed from February, which was weeks away, to September.
Is this my surprised face? Do you see my surprised face right now? Do I look very surprised?
No, you don't.
No.
You don't at all.
No, not.
That doesn't make me any happier, Rob.
I'm sorry. But no, I kind of, there didn't seem to be enough excitement considering it was just weeks away, and it's because they weren't even close to being ready. So,
and I read some follow-up articles saying that even to make September, everybody at CD Projekt Red is going to be putting in tons of OT.
Yeah.
to finish it.
It's the dreaded crunch, they call
Yeah.
it, right? Where it's they abuse all their programmers and editors and artists. And,
Yeah. Yeah. I've got opinions about that, but I'm going to just keep them to myself because they may not be popular.
and we are politically correct channel if we're anything, right? So
also, on the old delayed wagon this week, Square Enix announced that Avengers and the Final Fantasy VII remake are being delayed.
Right? Did they say when Avengers is coming out then? Or
yeah, well, not a specific date yet, which also makes me worried. But the Final Fantasy VII remake is delayed from March 3rd to April 10th.
Oh, that's not terrible. Yeah.
No, that one's not bad. And I read the Avengers here. September as well. So, but no date. Just
yeah.
It was supposed to be coming in May, but now it's being bumped to September.
It's gonna be a busy month in September. All these games that were supposed to come out.
Well, now I'm feeling a little less optimistic that they're not giving them a date. They're just saying, yeah, September.
September. Till we push it out again, right?
If we don't commit an actual date, nobody prints anything. And the second biggest news this week, Smash Brothers revealed their last fighter with their fighter pass. Yeah. And the internet went wild. Everyone was so happy.
They were.
Yeah, no.
I
read a lot of comments of another freaking Fire Emblem character. Yep. Yay. But then they also took that time to announce that they are going to be starting a second player pass with 6 more players spread out to be released.
Some more Dragon's Quest, another Fire Emblem, maybe a Persona.
I saw a funny, just this funny cartoon where it was like 3 more Fire Emblem characters, and then like this famous Fire Emblem sword and like a famous Fire Emblem shield. Like they're like, here it is. Here's your. That character. The character's name was Byleth.
Easy for you to say.
Byleth?
Yeah.
Not easy for me to say at all. But the news that actually got people excited were they released some new costumes for your Mii that you can use in Smash Brothers there. And the one that got people really stoked was Cuphead. You can get yourself a Cuphead costume and play as Cuphead in the in the fight.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The other ones, there's a couple Mega Man ones and an Assassin's Creed costume. So that's pretty cool.
Good for the people who are Smash Bros.
So I haven't played a whole lot of the latest one. How does that work with your Mii in there? Like, how do you get fighting moves and stuff? Do you set them up or?
Great question.
Oh,
I never played with the Mii. The limited amount I was in there.
Gotcha. See, you I was looking to you for expertise in this, Rob.
I'm not a big Smash Bros. Guy. I got the last one and then I ended up not keeping it because I can see people enjoy it and good for them. That's
yeah. So did you do this PlayStation's year in review?
I did not. I saw your article on it and I saw a bunch of people talking about it and then never did it.
Yeah.
Is it just a website you go to or?
Yeah, like now if you log into PlayStation.com and it should just take you there automatically.
Maybe I'll do it right now. How about that?
Okay. So apparently I played 39 different games on the PlayStation this year, with the number one being No Man's Sky at 163 hours. No surprise there.
That's a lot of time.
I put 51 hours into Assassin's Creed Origins in number 2. And
That surprises me that was number 2 for you.
yeah, it kind of does, right? I didn't think I'd put that much time into it, but it was a great game. I had a lot of fun with it. Number 3 was Red Dead Redemption with 50 hours as well.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm about to tell you mine right now. I played 21 games.
Ooh.
That's not right. No, there's something wrong with mine.
Yeah, why?
Because it says I've only played 29 hours of gameplay on my PlayStation.
In total?
Yeah.
Do you know how many mine said?
How many?
479.
Yeah. Although, I mean, PlayStation's not my biggest go-to for video gaming, right? So,
yeah.
Do you want to know what it said was my number 1?
Mm-hmm.
Box VR.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Steep. And then Moss.
Oh. Okay.
That's surprising. So either it's broken or I changed my... No, I didn't change anything.
No, you didn't change your login, right? Because
No.
anyways, I just
29
thought that...
hours doesn't see that much, but, but it says I'm a legendary warrior.
Ooh.
So I don't know what redeem your prizes. Oh, I get no prizes.
Oh, yeah, but apparently that's not working yet.
Cool.
Yeah.
So mine's very not surprising because I imagine if Microsoft had one like that, I would have about 800 hours in Forza. So,
right.
Yeah.
But okay, so maybe this can be something that makes me a little grumpy. So why can't they put this into the system? They're keeping track of your gameplay. Why can't they just make, instead of once a year, have a page like this in there all the time? That show like when you look on the Switch, it tells you exactly how many hours you've put into something.
It's true. Yeah, and I think Microsoft does that too, don't they?
Yeah, if you look up the game info, it totally does. So that makes me grumpy. Keeping with PlayStation, the last bit of PlayStation news here is that they are skipping E3 again.
Yeah. What do you think for E3's longevity here at this point?
Well, so Microsoft, they get floor space, but they still do their own event, not associated with E3. Same with Nintendo. They get floor space, but then they do the treehouse or whatever they call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they do a video update, they don't do a live show there. So it's hard to say. It's really hard to say.
Yeah, Nintendo's theirs. I guess they go the same thing, right? It's so Microsoft.
Sorry, go ahead.
They do. I guess they go, but doesn't Nintendo go and then they're across the street or something like that, and they do their own thing, or?
Well, Nintendo, yeah, they still set up their booths and everything there, but they don't have a keynote or whatever.
Yeah. So Microsoft is really the only one doing a keynote nowadays, right? I think they did do one that, yeah, but it wasn't really in E3 space. It was just at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they get floor space again, but they don't do their big keynote speech there. So
they end up with like Devolver Digital is like one of the bigger ones, and I guess Bethesda and a lot of the developers still do, or the publishers, but
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
They still do their big keynotes, but
right, it's becoming more of a publisher developer versus the hardware, I guess, eh?
And you know what? If people keep going, like all they have to do is sell these tickets, right?
It's true.
And sell space. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that there's a big event like that once a year, but maybe Sony will start doing something on their own.
It's true. I mean, the state of plays have been also great. So
yeah. Yeah.
We could do it just like Nintendo. No, we can't. We can't.
So Rob,
Yeah.
tell me what
Yeah.
you've been playing this week.
Boy, not much of anything. Well, see ya. I've had family in town here, so I haven't played lots.
Usually that's an excuse to play a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I've played some more. I'm up to Risky's Revenge now with Shaentae.
Oh.
So that's the second one. That was a DS game, I believe, and I'm playing it on the Wii U. They had like a remake on the Wii U or a remaster or rehash, or I don't know what it's called, but yeah, and
so you finished the other one.
I got most of the way through.
Okay.
I'm some games it's like, oh, it seems like they were really doing some new things, and then you're like, I'm really not having fun with the way they did it back then.
Gotcha.
Like even the mechanics aren't great, so
yeah,
I may go back and finish the story, but Risky's Revenge is a whole lot more. It seems a whole lot more closer to what the new games are. So
yeah,
it's hard to go back to a Game Boy Color game unless it was something you really felt nostalgic for, and it's not.
Yeah,
I can admire what they did with a Game Boy Color cartridge, but it's just not easy to play now.
So can we expect a summary of all these? Or are you just playing these for your...
Just playing them for myself. I don't think anyone wants to... Well, if they do, let us know in the comments. I'll the Shaentae wrap up. Hey, kids, you want to see some new... You want to see reviews on 30-year-old games, 20-year-old games? Here you go.
Oh, that's what we do.
Yeah, that's true. And then I'm still playing Beat Saber because, got to keep playing Beat Saber.
Nice.
Check out the fitness review on the website.
Yep.
Click on lots of ads the whole time. Every page you're on, just click.
The articles work better if you click on an ad and then click on the article.
It's true. That's where you find the secret top 10 BuzzFeed of Ryan and Rob's favorite cereal types.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9 will shock you.
Number 9 will shock
you. And then doing I went and they had it at Best Buy, not Best Buy, EB Games. They had buy one PS3 game, get 6 free, because they're clearing them all out. So I went and got a bunch of those. So I've got a whole bunch of them. I've been slowly working my way through just to make sure they work and cataloging and things like that. So
nice.
Yeah.
And this is all in anticipation of backwards compatibility.
Backwards compatibility and just the fact that they have a lot of good games, just a lot of really good games. And the collector in me just hates to see a 6-for-1 or 7-for-1 sale. Just be like,
yep.
Yeah, it just seems like at that point you've got to stack the collection. So, but yeah, a whole bunch of really good ones. They weren't all sports. Actually, none of them were sports. Just a whole bunch of just games I'd never tried. So
the EB you went to definitely had a better selection than the one I went to because
I think I got there early.
Yeah.
Not having a job pays out every now and then. So yeah.
That's all you've been playing?
That's it.
Okay. Well, I tried out Goat Simulator because that's one of the free games this month on PS Plus.
And how was it?
Not for me.
Yeah.
No. It's exactly as it says. Like, you're basically this goat and you go into the level and you try and get points by doing destructive things. And I had fun with it for about 10 minutes and then I'm like, yeah. But I mean, there's obviously some popularity there because...
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I mean, so this is just the bare bones version. Inside the game, there's like 5 expansion packs. And it's like...
Sure, of course there is. Why wouldn't there be?
Goat in space, goat in medieval times, goat in, like, just... I'm like, okay, well, obviously I'm not going to try any of these.
Right,
So...
right.
Um, I also so I know we talked about this before.
Hmm.
So I played to try Dead Cells. I played it on Xbox Game Pass,
Right.
and actually really like it.
Right.
I really like the game. It's great.
Hmm.
Um, so I picked it up for my Switch
Right.
because I, something I did a little research on the old Game Pass there,
Hmm.
and games aren't guaranteed to be on there forever,
Sure.
which I
That
kind
makes
of
sense.
knew.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be able to play this on my Switch.
Right.
It's a good game that I can, do a run in Dead Cells and for
Hmm.
5-10 minutes and be done. If I got 15 minutes to kill, I can do that. So
Sure.
I picked that up, and I also picked up Slay the Spire on my
Oh yeah.
on my
Okay.
Switch.
Yeah.
Same thing. I tried it
Hmm.
on Game Pass, really liked it,
Hmm.
and which is weird because card battling games are not usually my forte, but this game's a lot of fun. But same thing, it's another game you can pick up and play for 10-15 minutes here and there.
It's true. Yeah.
So
It's perfectly suited for what the Switch does. Right.
hmm I also picked up Donut County,
Hmm. Yeah. And how
which
was
uh
that?
which from the video, you wouldn't think that there'd be a whole lot of gameplay with moving a
Hmm.
circle around, like just making things fall into a circle. But put a little time into it, and they got some good puzzle elements in there. Like sometimes you go to a river and get some water in your hole, and then you got to go get fish and bring the fish over. Yeah, it's actually some clever stuff. It's also a
Okay.
good, clean, just simple, fun,
Hmm.
no-brainer game, right? Like you're
Sure.
not
Yeah.
you're not killing anyone. You're not, you
Or
know.
are you?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I haven't reached the end of the game yet, so. Um, but for now, that's what it is. It's very wholesome.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, you're in this town with these. Everyone's like anthropomorphized animals,
Hmm.
and yeah, it's good stuff.
Right on. Right on. And that's a Switch as well.
That is on the Switch as well. So because it was freezing cold, I spent a lot of time bundled up in bed this week.
Right. Right. It's good Switch weather.
Very good Switch weather. Lastly, or not, maybe not lastly. Is it lastly? Yeah. So, I didn't do a poll question this week because I figured everyone can go vote on the worst game ever, part two, which is where
Those.
right now, Friday the 13th for the NES is winning. Um,
And we're not.
and we're not.
We're not winning.
No. Um, it looks like only 6 or 7 people have actually voted in this. And we know there's a lot more people out there.
Hmm.
And I'm not going to stop posting about it until we get some more votes in there.
That's right. That's right.
So people, please just give us a few votes.
That's right.
If there's a game you've played that has made you throw your controller or
Hmm.
anything, just come add it to the list or come vote on we've got some very bad games on that list right now. And if
We
you want
do.
to just
Like Super Mario Odyssey, the
oh,
worst.
what a
Come click on
travesty.
that if you want to torture us.
What a travesty.
We hate that game. Please vote for that one.
Yep. But
And not Friday the 13th.
and not Friday the 13th. But yeah. So I think that's all I got, Rob. With it being this cold this week, there's not a whole lot going on. News is
And
pretty quiet. I mean,
nothing's
some
making you
big.
grumpy?
No, I threw in my grump there with PlayStation still holding back that information about our gameplay. They're
Yep. Yep.
obviously tabulating it, Rob.
It's
Obviously.
true. You know what I read on the on speaking of the PlayStation, and now we're
Hmm.
completely out of order, but I'm just going to blow this all up. They were talking about PSP compatibility. I saw that in one of those articles about PSP
Oh,
compatibility.
what?
So
On the
my
PS5.
on the PS5.
Oh.
So my question to you: PSP UMD drive on the PlayStation 5 confirmed?
No. No. It'll be PlayStation Store.
Or will it?
Or
Will it?
And or a USB UMD drive.
Bring the UMD back.
Or maybe you just plug your your PSP right into.
Look at this. That's where it goes, right there.
Oh wait, you know what? That's what she said.
And there you go.
Yes.
It's been a really long week, folks.
It really has. That's an interesting rumor, though, Rob. I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
But I would bet it would be more getting them virtually and playing them over.
I'm gonna just see if I can find that out. The jack of all controllers is not my go-to for. None of these are actually great sources.
Hey, but sometimes that's where you get the best news.
I guess it's true. Okay, well, digital trends. That's kind of. Yeah, I don't know. I could be here for like an hour looking at. But yeah, throw on a UMD drive. Do it.
Do it.
They were going to at one point make a USB UMD drive.
Oh, like for the PS3?
No, for the PSP, because the PSP Go had no drive. So they were going to make it.
But it has a USB slot?
Yep.
But is that an input USB slot?
I believe so. I don't have a PSP Go in potential, but I mean, USB would, by definition, be input and output, right? It would have to be, even if it was a controller.
True.
Be, so.
I guess, yeah. I guess. Okay.
Whoa! Sorry, folks. That's going to be a spike on the audio there.
We're going to see that in the audio track.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe they kept the plans, and all these years later, we're going to get a UMD USB drive.
Yeah.
Demanded by many.
That would be cool. So, if they go that far, do they create a device that takes Vita games then, too? Just
right in the bloop.
Right in the boop.
Right in the boop.
There's the name of our that can be the title of this episode, Rob.
Right in the boop. Okay, I'm going to put that on the audio podcast. Right in the boop.
Right in the boop.
And there goes our PG-13 rating.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, that's all I got.
It's been a slice. Hopefully there's more news next week, because our sparkling personalities can only get these podcasts so far, right?
This is true. True.
Yep.
Okay, well,
all right.
Everyone, as usual, you can check out our stuff on thegrumpyoldgamers.com. You can find all of our original content there, and if you follow us on Facebook, that's where we share all the news articles that we come across. And just search the Grumpy Old Gamers on Facebook for that. And on YouTube, search You Can't Teach a Little Gamer New Tricks. But I'm Ryan. This is Rob.
It's true.
I'm saying good night. Stay warm out there, people.
It's true. It's coming soon.
And classy.
Yep.
Stay classy.
Just stay classy. That's the way to go. All right. Bye, folks.
See ya.